Okay, picking up with Objective 22, describe the general structure and function of xylem and phloem. Well, we know that xylem and phloem is the vascular tissue that carries the water up from the roots and the nutrients down from the leaves. And the xylem is the one that transports the water and minerals. And I'm going to flip over to the next slide to discuss it so that you can look at the diagram. This is xylem. And if you look at figure A on the left, you can see that it's got two types of conducting cells. It has tracheids and the vessel elements. The tracheids are in the red. The ends of these will overlap, and there's pits that allow water to pass from one tracheid to the next. The vessel elements are in gray, and these are end to end, and they form a hollow, continuous pathway from the roots all the way to the leaves. So water's going to flow passively from an area of high water concentration to an area of low water concentration. Now, phloem looks like this. And this is what transports the organic materials that are made by photosynthesis in the leaves down the stem to the roots. You've got conducting cells that are called sieve tube members. That's that bright blue one on the far left. They also have companion cells with them, which are shown in gray. And those companion cells, they provide proteins for the sieve tube members. The end walls of these conducting cells have these sieve plates, and you can see over there in figure B on the right how many pores are in them. And you've got the plasmodesmata that we mentioned earlier, those cytoplasmic extensions connecting the cells to each other that extend up through those sieve plates. So you've got this transportation system. The xylem is shown in red and the phloem is in blue. So xylem is carrying water and minerals up, and the phloem is carrying the sugars and nutrients down. Now we need to talk about potential energy, water potential. We learned in elementary school, potential energy is stored energy. Water potential is the mechanical energy of water, and water moves from an area of higher potential to an area of lower potential. So when we talk about the cells, there are two things that determine the water potential and the direction that water goes across the membrane. First of all, it's the water pressure and the solute concentration across the membrane. Now, looking at pressure potential is what effect pressure has on the water potential. We said water moves across the membrane from high pressure to low pressure. So the higher the water pressure, the higher the water potential. That explains the movement of sap in the xylem and phloem. Then we look at osmotic potential, and this takes into account the solutes, how concentrated it is on the movement of water. Osmotic potential restricts water movement because the water engages in molecular reactions with the solutes, kind of gets distracted. So the water moves from an area of low solute concentration to an area of high solute concentration. So it's moving against from low to high. So the lower the concentration of solutes, which is the osmotic potential, the higher the water potential. Inversely proportional. You know, our plant cells need water. And you look at the wilted plant over on the left. You remember how you've got that central vacuole with all that water in it, and when the plant hadn't been watered in a while, how all the organelles and the central vacuole will shrink up and move away from the cell wall towards the center of the cell. Well, you're going to have a higher water potential, a higher pressure potential, and a higher osmotic potential outside the cell. But they're all three lower inside the cell. But when you put water into the cell, and you look at figure B over on the right, look at that vacuole and those organelles. They pushed back out against the cell wall. So you've got equal water potential inside the cell and outside. And that makes the cell, the pressure potential makes it stiffer and more turgid. So it stands up really pretty like it's supposed to. Now, water transport. We know that xylem is the way that water travels. And we've got those vessel elements that are separated by the perforated plates. And the water moves into and out of the tracheids through the pits. This water creates a positive root pressure. And this mainly happens at night. And that's what pushes the xylem upward. And so water gets forced out of the vein endings sometime along the edges of the leaves, which is what we call gustation. And you see it here.